Well, the plan for today was to build a deep storage system, but you can kind of see how well that's going. So beautiful. Lots of chaos. In preparation for it, I did go to the end dimension. We got a ton more shulker boxes. We got a few more elytra. Made sure to put mending on everything using a mending villager at the village, just in preparation so that way we could stay in the end dimension as long as possible. But very clearly got bored of that, came back to the overworld, started trying to build this thing, and things are not going well. I think we're just gonna leave this in this state, just like our super smelter like that over there. And we're gonna go find something else to work on. We're gonna go consult the great dropper lords and hopefully find a better project than a deep storage system. So I was trying to find a spot to gather some sand, so that way I can build a pretty interesting way up and down from the Afk Spot. Probably just going to build like a water chute or something. But there is a village over here I didn't notice previously. My render distance was always fairly low, just to keep up to, at least attempt to keep up to 60 FPS. Right now we're dropping a little bit below it, but Optifine's in its beta for 1.16.1, so is Forge. So I thought we'd give it a little bit of a try here. I'm going to lower my render distance after showing you guys this. But that's where the ice farm is, or I mean, pseudo ice farm is not very good, and that's where the dropper lord is. Then down here there's the sugarcane farm I just kind of built manually. And then there's the portal to the bastion, just kind of in this area underground. That's the skeleton farm way up there. And we're just right over here. There's even a ruined portal, and I'm pretty sure these chunks were generated when they were a little bit rarer. The village seems like it's been raided, but I don't remember being here. I don't know, just kind of weird stuff. Anyways, so we're building a creeper farm, and my thought is to build it at spawn, just because that'd be the easiest place to build it. We'll probably build a couple more in the future in other places, but for now, we'll just build it in spawn. I'm going to grab some of these magma blocks though, because I know most creeper farms require them. And then I'll meet you guys over at spawn and we can talk about the design we're going with. Yes, spawn chunks. Home to 2 incomplete projects that will probably never be completed, and 2 random tick farms that have no business being here, other than the fact that this is an easy place to AFK. Anyways, I think a good spot to build this will just kind of be over here, I guess, this little kind of area here. We'll look up some of the mechanics behind creeper farms, but in terms of all mob farms recently, it's kind of been more the meta rather than lighting up all the caves down below. To simply go really high up in the air, so that way all the mobs that spawn in the caves will despawn, I believe. I think they do still spawn. They just despawn faster because they're further away from you. But as these are spawn chunks, I plan on lighting up all the chunks in here anyways. And I believe there's actually a witch hut over there, so that'll be fairly beneficial. So we're planning on lighting up all the caves anyway. Just gotta wait for an X-ray bug to be discovered. And we'll just AFK up in the sky for now anyways, so it doesn't really matter that all the caves aren't lit up. Anyways, gonna look up some mechanics and start to kind of play with ideas and see how we're gonna build this thing. Okay, so the main mechanic behind the creeper farm is the space that they spawn in. So, as everyone knows, most mobs in Minecraft are 2 blocks high, with the exception of like Endermen, spiders. I mean, there's a lot of exceptions, but anyways, most mobs that we care about are 2 blocks high, except the creeper is slightly different. I'll be right back, I grabbed some wood. The creeper is actually slightly less than 2 blocks tall and can fit underneath this trap door here. So what you do is you build basically a mob spawning platform, and then you place trapdoors up above them, so only creepers can spawn. Skeletons and zombies should be too tall to spawn. I believe the wiki said in Bedrock this isn't 100% working, and sometimes you can get zombies or skeletons that spawn, but for the most part, in Java Edition, it works great. Let's pull out our bed here. Throw that down, and I think we're ready to get to work. The farm I'm building is just going to be based off the fact that, well, creepers only need this space to spawn, and making it at that height will prevent other mobs from spawning. So we're going to be building just kind of a generic mob farm, and then adding trapdoors to it, I guess, is what's so fancy about it. Alright, well, time to get to work building the chute going up. far as materials, we have the most stone bricks. We're going to use stone bricks. And from this unfinished project over here, we have some leftover nether brick. We got plenty of the stuff. Don't have a ton of cobblestone. Might use lamps as the lighting. I don't think we're going to need much lighting in this build, but lamps are there if we need them. This was the idea for how I was going to repair my pickaxe without an XP farm after mining a ton for the ancient debris. Sorry, my mind's blanking. And the issue with it was I was trying to allow us to pull out the nether brick from my furnaces, but what's going on here is that bud powered droppers behave in a really funny way, and so the items didn't always get up to the furnaces and whatnot. So I thought about using this method, but I don't know, it just doesn't look very good. So for now the project's in limbo. Just chilling over here, waiting for us to slowly cannibalize the resources for other builds. Okay, well, I'm gonna start building the the gathering room, and I'll be right back. This is gonna look a little funny for now, but we're gonna try jack-lanterns for lighting, just kind of temporary here, and we're gonna see what we're gonna do for lighting in the future. But I like this kind of separation of like the dark with the light. And so I think we're going to continue a little bit of this pattern out, keeping like lines of these stone bricks with the nether bricks in between. We are going to be using black dye for the glass because it kind of reminds me of the older styles of building in Minecraft, like, I don't know, however long ago, super long time ago. This really does seem like an older palette to me. I don't think it's going to turn out the best, but you know, we'll live with it, and we're competing with the sugarcane farm, so the bar is kind of set pretty low. And additionally, there's squids over here. I won't see any right now, but black dye is the easiest to get to, and just undyed glass doesn't always look the best. So yeah, deal with it. Black glass. Jack-o'-lanterns for lighting. The old style. This should be a lethal drop for most mobs. I believe it's 24 blocks. No, I did 23 blocks up. So, yep, lethal drop for most mobs. They'll fall down here. We'll use a hopper minecart to pick things up beneath the jack-lantern. Something nice about using these panes here as opposed to the skeleton farm is that the creepers are going to be dropped down in just the center block with the design of the mob farm that we're going to be building, my bad. And so we don't need to worry about them getting stuck on the glass planes, which is going to be really nice. Well, I'm going to start with the spawning platform, just kind of placing blocks, and then yeah, this is going to be the hardest part to make look nice, because I have to build it with the design in mind, because these are going to be some hard blocks to replace. That stair's messed up, isn't it? Yeah. Kind of weird. Definitely a style, though. We're going with it. I don't think it'll be too polarizing, but it will be a little polarizing. For those curious, this is the mob farm that Ethan likes to build. I can link a card to the top right now to where he designs this farm. But we're just copying that design, and then we're making a few minor modifications, like adding trapdoors above all the spawning positions. So I'm about to start closing this thing up, so I'd like to show you guys the inside real quick. We have nether brick here with stone slabs just running in between. If you'd like the specifics on the water, check out Etho's video on the same farm design. There's a card earlier in the video, and I might put a link in the description, though I can't make any promises. And then I'm just placing these trapdoors underneath here. And they don't look the best. I mean, they're the chocolate half slabs, but they get the job done, and that's what we need. So I'm going to continue finishing up the roof, and I'll see you guys in a little bit once we got the roof done. And at that point, this build's basically complete. That really does look a little funny from a distance. Oh well, I think we're going to keep it. I mean, we're competing against the sugarcane farm. So, and it's not the worst style in the world, but of course it's not the best either. The center's really dark from over here. Of course, rain isn't helping things. Gotta make even more nether brick. This is actually using a lot. I'm kind of surprised. Okay, so just placing the last couple of blocks here. Just take that on out. Speak English. Okay. So, I'm pretty sure... Ooh. That, I think, is real light. I don't think that's going to impact spawns too much, but that's all just graphical bugs, and then that's all graphical bugs, so we don't need to worry about that. Pretty sure that's a bug that's been in the game for forever at this point. But let's just punch our way out here real quick. These should just be solid blocks that I broke. Oops. And then we need to grab this water here on our way down. I guess we can pillar up here. This is the design I settled on for the roof. Doesn't look terrible, doesn't look amazing. I mean, it works, it's got plenty of depth. We didn't put lights in here because everything's slabs and stairs. Probably put automatic lights in here eventually, but for now we don't need to worry about that. And we're bugged. There we go. Okay, let's head on down. Yeah, actually this is perfect. I think this thing's going to look much better at night than it will during the day. But this is the look from the bottom. Let me turn on shaders real quick. I don't like to play with them a ton. They reduce performance a little bit, and it's somewhat alienating to players who don't have the shaders, but you know, for final build reveals, I don't think they look all that bad. The reflection on the black glass is a little funny. But yeah, that's this part of the build. We're gonna finish up this bottom here. Make sure we got 60. Do something like this. And then do we have 60? Sweet. Okay, so this is from a little bit further away. We added those slabs on the side for extra depth. And going up, it's got an interesting pattern on the bottom. And next we have to build the Afk Spot, which I'm almost 100% sure is going to look very good. We have to build this floor and collection area. That part looks pretty cool. Okay, well I'm going to start on the collection area, and I'll see you guys a little bit once that's done. And then we'll talk about exactly where we're AFKing and probably give you guys some rates at that point too. Okay guys, the build has just finished and it's turning night, which I think is the perfect time to take a look at the build just because of all the lighting and whatnot. I added some lighting down there to help with mob spawns down there. It actually gets pretty scary when you leave the AFK area to go down, check the farm out, or just head off somewhere. We have this AFK area. It has 2 exits at the side here for Elytra, though I'll probably be using this one more. This is just a straight drop chute. And something funny, so everyone knows in Minecraft you fall into 1 block of water and you take absolute no fall damage. Well, here we are at Y 189. We fall down here. No fall damage. This is 3 source blocks of water and a skeleton. And this is the way up, just I guess we're going up. This is just a bubble stream and it gives us a nice view of the area. It's actually really fun to look at. Okay. I guess we can head out this area this time, make it a little bit more interesting. Technically faster, I'm pretty sure, but oh well. So this is the top of the farm. We're going to see the underside of the farm and some of the redstone I did in a second here. But something I'd like to note is that it doesn't have enough spawning spaces. So when we're way up in our very nice creeper AFK area, mobs can't spawn beneath the surface really, and they can spawn just a little bit on the surface here, like that skeleton earlier. And so most of the spawns should be in our farm here, except it doesn't have enough spots for mobs to spawn. And so it's kind of slow. Let's actually head down here right now. I believe in about 3 hours, I got about 1.5 stacks of gunpowder. I've been just taking it, grabbing it building rockets with it. Been heading over to the desert, which is about 3,000 blocks for all the glass you see here for these chutes, which is actually way more glass than you think it is. This is our underside design with the nether brick and the stone brick. I think they work well together. I don't necessarily like the way that these edges merge with the bottom, but we can live with it. And what else is there here? I guess since last time you guys were here, we added these side things, and that's just to help break up the side. They actually don't sit on a full block. It's like a half slab on the bottom side of the block above, and half slab on top of the block below, just because, well, there's a stair there, then there's a full block, then a full block, and then the next stair, so you don't really have a place to line it up. And I mean, it sounds mom swans, so I'm not upset with it. And then this is just a simple little redstone device. Fill up the chest. I don't even have a way up, but creepers fall, hopper minecart, 2 hoppers, and a small dropper vader. It's not silent, which is kind of annoying, but I don't think it's a huge issue. Need to really need to add letters, and I really need to figure out what we're going to do with the floor here. So I think next time what we're probably going to end up doing is building some pathways between our creeper farm here and the stuff at spawn to the other base way over there, which is just kind of like where I set up. That's where the bastion's at. To the my mind's blanking. To the strip mine and the skeleton farm, which is over that way, and then sort out these nether portals too. So, yep. Quick recap. Finishing things up here. Probably add some extra slots. Building pathways between everything, including the base of temporary setup, the strip mine, and the skeleton farm. That's all I really have for today, though. So make sure to take care, have an awesome day, and hopefully I'll see you around for the next one. Bye-bye.